1184, present yourselves for graduation.
Prepare to vote. Order. Come. Who?
Order! Huh!
Come. Present. Order.
Ready? Ready? Come on. All uniform personnel. Eddie.
All, please be seated. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the graduation ceremony of Class 1184. My name is John Sturgeon. I am a training operations supervisor here at the Academy, and I will be your master of ceremonies for today's graduation. I would like to welcome all the family and friends who are able to be here today and share in the graduation. This graduation is for the graduates and family members alike. Please feel free to move about and take photos at any point in the ceremony. At this time, I would like to introduce the on-stage ceremony party. Starting on my far right is Raul Ortiz, Chief of the Border Patrol, Ryan Lambert, Chief Patrol Agent, U.S. Border Patrol Academy. Next, I would like to recognize staff members of the U.S. Border Patrol Academy who were instrumental in the success of this session. Some of these staff members could not be present today as they are busy instructing other sessions. Would the staff members please stand as your name is called and remain standing? Operations Training Department. Supervisory Border Patrol Agents Jeffrey Pinkston, Hector Nunez, Arvin Sepulveda. Border Patrol Agents Darrell Foster and Albert Reyes. Spanish Training Department. Supervisory Border Patrol Agent Eduardo Estrada. Border Patrol Agents Hernan Lopez and Edgar Martinez. Physical Techniques Department. Supervisory Border Patrol Agent Eric Cruz. Border Patrol Agent Rafael Oliveira. Firearms Training Department. Supervisory Border Patrol Agents James Scordano and Cody Roberts. Border Patrol Agent Hamel Lackner. Driver Training Department. Supervisory Border Patrol Agents Carlos Flores and Kajoya Daniels. Tactics Training Department. Supervisory Border Patrol Agent Adan Carranza. Border Patrol Agents Jesus Bautista and Andrew Reichenbach. Training Technician Vicente Anchando Sr. Ladies and gentlemen, the staff of Class 1184. Thank you. Please be seated. The U.S. Border Patrol Academy allows family members or influential persons who are current sworn officers the honor of presenting the Border Patrol badge to their graduating relative or mentee. Please stand and remain standing when I call your name. Joining us today are Border Patrol Agent Rodrigo Fierro, 3 years of service. Captain Brent Davison, 25 years of service. Border Patrol Agent Wilbert Flores, 19 years of service. Border Patrol Agent Amadeus Carrasco, 13 years of service. Border Patrol Agent Ricardo Mercolislao, 15 years of service. Supervising Border Patrol Agent Nathaniel Martinez, 14 years of service. Border Patrol Agent Joshua Cifuentes, 13 years of service. Supervising Border Patrol Agent Jose Mojica, 18 years of service. Border Patrol Agent Arturo Salas, 2 years of service. Customs and Border Protection Officer Daniel Sigransky, 3 years of service. Retired Ghana, Texas Police Officer Joe Vecchio, 25 years of service. And Border Patrol Agent Eddie Castro Perelmo, 2 years of service. Ladies and gentlemen, please give these special guests of 1184 a round of applause. Thank you. Please be seated. Each graduating class selects one of its members to address the audience during the graduation ceremony. Class 1184 has selected Border Patrol Agent Catherine Bennett. At this time, I would like to ask Agent Bennett to come forward and address the audience.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Catherine Bennett, and I would like to welcome you to the graduation ceremony for the 1,184th session of the United States Border Patrol Academy. First and foremost, none of this would have been possible without the support of each person in this room, so I would like to take this time to have everyone give yourselves a round of applause. Thank you for your patience, sacrifice, and unwavering devotion to our journey. Today, the day that we have long waited for, has finally arrived. Today, every individual in this class has the honor of bearing the title Border Patrol Agent. Our 117-day job interview is finally over, and look at us. We all got the job. I'm not sure who was more relieved for us to be departing, our instructors or us. The famous and infamous class 1184 made it. Who would have thought? This day would not be possible without the great leadership of our instructors, Supervisory Border Patrol Agent Arvin Sepulveda, Border Patrol Agents Hunter Brunk, Luis Gonzalez, Daryl Foster, Joseph Lukasinski, Albert Reyes, and all others who have stepped in for working innumerable hours to make sure we were squared away. The time and effort that you all spent behind the scenes to make sure we were properly prepared for each day has not gone unnoticed. I would also like to take a moment to recognize the Bravo Session Leader, Austin Cook, for taking on extra responsibilities that were necessary for our class to succeed. At the beginning of the academy, we were placed into a melting pot of individuals from different cultures, backgrounds, and life experiences. From linen delivery drivers, soldiers, mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, and everything in between, we were forced to come together as one, using each other's strengths to our advantage and becoming a well-rounded class, which I am honored to be a part of. There are many challenges that each of us had to face, including a new language for some of us, improving our physical conditioning, comprehending various immigration laws, driving at our 80%, tactically and safely handling firearms, and becoming really, really good at hide and seek. There are many things we learned with the Physical Techniques Department, and I cannot thank Mr. Cruz and Mr. Oliveira enough for pushing us, each and every one of us, to our limits and then past those limits. We realized we are capable of much more than our minds want us to believe, both physically and mentally. The United States Border Patrol has secured our nation's borders for almost 100 years. Since 1924, the Border Patrol has endured changes in government, changes in technology, and an even larger number of changes in the training and development of agents. The very first Border Patrol Training Academy in El Paso, Texas focused on 2 primary subjects, marksmanship and horsemanship. The final exam in horsemanship was to ride to the top of Mount Cristo del Rey and return, still seated on your horse. Nearly 100 years later, Class 1184 Colonel. We have made it through the most physically and mentally demanding law enforcement training program in the world to the top of the mountain and back, still seated on our horse. I want to sincerely thank each department for pushing us and preparing us with the necessary skills to be the best agents we can be. Spanish, firearms, tactics, operations, driving, and physical techniques. Thank you. Since arriving here in beautiful Artesia, New Mexico, we have been waiting for this day as if it were a finish line. But really, this is a starting line. I am honored to have this opportunity to speak on behalf of Class 1184. It has been a pleasure to have this experience alongside each of you. Remember, stay vigilant, stay humble, never give up, and go home at the end of the day. Isaiah 6:8 says, "Whom shall I send, and who will go for us?" And we say, "Here I am, send me." Until next time, 1184.
Thank you, Agent Bennett. It is my pleasure to introduce to you the Chief of the Border Patrol Academy, Ryan Lambert. But before I invite Chief Lambert to the lectern, I'd like to tell you about him. Chief Lambert entered on duty with the U.S. Border Patrol in September 2000 as a member of Class 451 at the Isleta Station in El Paso Sector. Chief Lambert has served in many positions throughout his career, including supervisor, patrol agent in charge, assistant chief, and an instructor at Border Patrol Academy. He has worked in multiple locations to include the Eagle Pass South Station in Del Rio Sector, the Laredo West Station and Freer Station in the Laredo Sector, the Rio Grande City Station in Rio Grande Valley Sector, and U.S. Border Patrol Headquarters in Washington, D.C. In 2019, Chief Patrol Agent Lambert served as the Director for Border Security at the National Security Council at the White House. Chief Lambert earned a bachelor's degree with a minor in public administration from Ashland University. In 2017, he earned a Master of Strategic Studies from the U.S. Army War College. And finally, Chief Lambert is a 2020 graduate of the DHS SES Candidate Development Program. Ladies and gentlemen, Chief Patrol Agent Ryan Lambert.
Good morning. I have the pleasure this morning of introducing you all to our guest speaker. But before I do, I'd like to recognize Session 1184 for their sacrifices they've made over the last 117 days to earn the title of U.S. Border Patrol Agent. Secondly, I'd like to thank you all, the family members who have supported them along their journey. We understand here at the U.S. Border Patrol Academy that their journey is not possible without your love and support, so thank you very much. I'd also like to take the opportunity to introduce a couple of guests that we have in the audience. Don't ordinarily get the opportunity to have such a distinguished panel of guests here, but when they do come, we'd like to recognize them. So first of all, we have the Acting Chief Operating Officer for the entire Customs and Border Customs and Border Protection Enterprise, Benjamin Clark Huffman's here. We have the former Chief of the U.S. Border Patrol Academy and current Chief of the Del Rio Sector, Jason D. Owens. We have the current Deputy Chief Patrol Agent of the Holton Sector, who is the Acting Chief Patrol Agent for the El Centro Sector, and the class mentor, Dennis Harmon. Gentlemen, thank you for coming. I also have the opportunity today to introduce to you Chief Raul L. Ortiz, the 25th Chief of the U.S. Border Patrol. But before I do, I'd like to tell you a little bit about him. Chief Ortiz became the 25th Chief of the U.S. Border Patrol on August 15, 2021. He oversees domestic border security operations outside the port of entry along our nation's borders, which include more than 5,000 miles of Canada, nearly 2,000 miles of Mexico, and hundreds of miles of coastline in the territories in the Caribbean. He proudly leads more than 20,000 Border Patrol agents and professional staff across the country as they perform the Homeland Security mission. Chief Ortiz began his career with U.S. Border Patrol on May 13, 1991, in San Diego Sector as a member of Academy Session 247. Chief Ortiz worked his way up through the ranks at the Chula Vista Station, Brownfield, and Campo stations in the San Diego Sector. Chief Ortiz took his dedication to national security to the global stage in 2009 when he served as the Director for Border Management Task Force, Senior Advisor for the Department of Homeland Security's Envoy to Afghanistan and Pakistan, and the DHS Attaché in Kabul, Afghanistan. He returned to the United States in 2012 when he promoted to the Deputy Chief of Law Enforcement Operations Programs at the U.S. Border Patrol Headquarters in Washington, D.C., where he served as the Principal Advisor on enforcement operations and administrative requirements to accomplish the Border Patrol's strategic plan. Chief Ortiz returned to the field in 2013 as the Deputy Chief Patrol Agent of the Rio Grande Valley Sector. He returned to the Del Rio Sector as the Chief Patrol Agent in 2019, and on March 2nd, 2020, he entered on duty as the Deputy Chief of the U.S. Border Patrol in Washington, D.C. Prior to joining the Border Patrol, he served in the U.S. Army's 8th Infantry Division in Baumhauer, Germany. He attended the University of Texas in San Antonio and Southwest Texas Junior College, completing studies in political science and criminal justice. Chief Ortiz attended the U.S. Customs and Border Protection Leadership Institute and the Harvard Kennedy's School for Executive Education and Senior Management in Government. He's a Federal Emergency Management Agency Certified Master Expertise Practitioner. His awards include 2 meritorious honor awards from the Department of State, a certificate of achievement from the state of Texas, and the Superior Civilian Service Medal, the Department of Defense's 3rd highest civilian honor. Without further ado, the class speaker, Chief Raul Ortiz.
Good morning. When you guys walked in and were singing that cadence, I got chills. I was thinking about 30 plus years ago when I participated in a little graduation ceremony, and I thought, I hope we look that sharp. And you sounded amazing and almost freakish in nature. Your class instructor told me to say that. I'm also so excited as the 25th Chief of the United States Border Patrol. This is the first graduating class I've had an opportunity to speak to, and I think it's important, especially in this time, as we deal with tremendous pressures along our southwest border, coastal sectors, and the northern border. To 1184, congratulations on making it through one of the most challenging law enforcement academies in the world. And it is. I've had the opportunity to train in Pakistan and Afghanistan, border security operations. I've gone to Central America and Mexico and witnessed firsthand our agents train other law enforcement agencies, and every single one of them point to the U.S. Border Patrol as the pinnacle of a border security enforcement organization. I'd also like to thank the family members that are attending today, and those of you that are at home. Your support has been vital to the success of this class. And they're going to have some tough days ahead. I mentioned to them yesterday, they've operated in a controlled environment. As they go home, that control lessens. They're going to have to deal with the day-to-day challenges that life brings forth, as well as working long and tireless days. They're going to work midnight shifts, swing shifts. They're going to be at the bottom of the totem pole, so they're going to have to work weekends and holidays. But having spent the last day and a half with this class, I can assure you they're up to the task. As you enter one of the most challenging times in our agency's history, I reflect back on 9/11, which I think was our most challenging time. For many of us, it was a second calling. It really reinforced the importance of this agency. And then several years later, of course, the standing up of DHS and ultimately Customs and Border Protection, our parent agencies. And you think about what the nation faced after 9/11, and then you think about the circumstances that we deal with now. A war in Ukraine, unrest in countries across the Western Hemisphere, a pandemic that this world has not seen previously. And it underlies the importance of our mission. And it's a critical point to remember. You're going to need to look out for each other, every single one of y'all. As we like to say, you got to have your six. On and off duty. You got to take care of each other, be there for one another. You're starting an exciting new career, but you're also joining a new family. As the chief mentioned, 20,000 plus professional staff and uniformed agents. We're a big organization, but we're a very tight family. Due to the amount of media attention and politics that we see in all facets of American life today, there's a lot of scrutiny on the Border Patrol, and nobody knows it more than I. That's okay, because we hold ourselves to the highest possible standard. Our number two goal in our strategy is organizational excellence, and y'all represent that right now, today. As a chief, I stress that we need to excel in everything we do. And I mean that whatever we're doing at that moment, we need to be at our best. As public servants of this country, we have to have integrity. We have to have compassion, honesty, trust, and respect for every action we take. We need to embody what honor first means. You're charged with an important mission of keeping our community safe and this country safe. And maintaining the public's trust has never been more important. All while doing one of the most dangerous jobs in the world. Service to one's country is among the greatest honors any individual can have. Hold that service in the highest regard. And when times get tough, remember the why you joined. Remember the oath, why you took that oath. Remember the uniform that we wear, why you want to protect this amazing country. Once you leave here, those threats we face are real. Trust me, your instructors, the chief, the staff, they prepared you well. You have received an improved curriculum and more training than at any other time in our history. So you are prepared for every situation life throws at you. But you got a lot to learn still. You're going to go out to field training units. You're going to work with journeyman agents. And they're going to develop and train you to be the best. But the learning never stops. Even after 30 plus years, every day I learn something. Take everything in around you, the good, the bad, and learn from it all. Each job, each station, each assignment, each promotion offer you opportunities to learn and to become better agents. You were all given a silent partner. Remember their sacrifice. This year, more than any other year, we will celebrate and honor in May the officers we lost this year. Remember that you represent them. Right now, though, you should take a moment to reflect on what you just accomplished. Be proud. Realize that you're just starting out. Hopefully a long and rewarding career. And there are future leaders, I can tell you, amongst you. There are chiefs, agents in charge, first-line supervisors, and hopefully a chief of the Border Patrol sitting amongst Class 1184. As you think about everything you've accomplished, they're all just building blocks on what you hope to achieve in the future. You're going to have to build a reputation, and that reputation starts at day one. Remember that. As I speak to each of you, I am proud to know that we have men and women that are willing to join the ranks of the United States Border Patrol. You're the future of the patrol. You will build on and add to the legacy of those that have come before you. You will make your mark on the long and storied history of this agency. Today you become part of the Green family. And that is something to be excited about, proud. Congratulations to the Class 1184 Honor First.
Thank you, Chief Ortiz, for those inspiring and encouraging words. Now we will move on to the presentation of the awards. At this time, we would like to recognize the section leaders of Class 1184 with the Border Patrol Academy Award for Leadership. Border Patrol Agents Austin Cook and Catherine Bennett, please come forward. The section leader position carries with it a tremendous amount of additional responsibility aside from the same strict training regimen as the rest of the class. The Leadership Award commends the section leaders for their devotion to duty, leadership, demeanor, and professional attitude. Thank you, Agents Cook and Bennett. The next award is the Flexi Directors Award. The Border Patrol Academy is a joint effort between the United States Border Patrol and the Federal Law Enforcement Training Center. Border Patrol Agent Esteban Montoya, please come forward. Agent Montoya was nominated for this award by his classmates, and the award is being presented by Chief Patrol Agent Brian Landrum on behalf of the Flexi Command Staff. Thank you, Agent Montoya. The Driver Training Award recognizes the graduate with the highest score in the driver training program. Border Patrol Agent Renato Perez, please come forward. Today's recipient is taught to exceed its challenging requirements and expectations of a novice driver. His performance exemplifies the high level of attention to detail required to safely operate a motor vehicle. Thank you, Agent Perez. The Physical Techniques Award recognizes the graduate with the highest score in the Physical Techniques program. Patrol Agent Nicholas Beck, please come forward. Due to the physical management position, Border Patrol agents are expected to be in good physical condition. Today's recipient has exceeded these requirements, and his achievement sets an example for others to follow. Thank you, Agent Beck. The Firearms Training Award is awarded to the graduate with the highest score in firearms training. Border Patrol Agent Austin Cook, please come forward. The award signifies that the graduate has earned distinction in achieving the highest firearms qualification score while demonstrating distinction in the efficiency of his service weapon. Thank you, Agent Cook. At this time, we would like to recognize the graduate with the highest academic achievement. Border Patrol Agent Hanato Bettis, please come forward. This award for academic excellence signifies that the graduate ranks #1 among his peers in operations, Spanish, and law. Thank you, Agent Bettis. Our last award is the Honor First Award, which is presented on behalf of the staff of the Border Patrol Academy. Border Patrol Agent Bernard Echanova, please come forward. This award is given to the individual who embodies the guiding principles of honor and who has demonstrated through his actions a level of integrity and commitment that exemplifies the values of a Border Patrol agent. Thank you, Agent Echanova. Please join me in giving the award recipients a round of applause. The graduating class will now be presented with their badge and credentials, signifying they have met the required qualifications needed to be a Border Patrol agent. I will now turn the podium over to Operations Instructor Darrell Foster.
Good morning. My name is Darrell Foster, and I have the distinct privilege of instructing the graduates of Class 1184. Graduates, please step forward as I read your name to receive your badge and credentials. Border Patrol Agent Angel Almanza. Border Patrol Agent Daniel Avila. Benny. Great W. Green. Manuel Calderon. Joining Calderon on stage is his mentor, Border Patrol Agent Rodrigo Fierro, 3 years of service. Border Patrol Agent Ricardo S. Casares. Border Patrol Agent Austin B. Cook. Border Patrol Agent Louise F. Corral. Border Patrol Agent Evan B. Davidson. Joining Agent Davidson on stage is his father, New York State Police Captain Brent M. Davidson, 25 years of service. Border Patrol Agent Peyton Doss. Border Patrol Agent Arlen Contesta. Border Patrol Agent Wilbert Flores Jr. Joining Agent Flores on stage is his father, Border Patrol Agent Wilbert Flores, 1996. Border Patrol Agent Manuel A. Gomez Molina. Border Patrol Agent Anthony R. Gonzalez. Border Patrol Agent Luis Gonzalez. Border Patrol Agent Amara E. Archuleta. Border Patrol Agent Ron C. Hernandez Jr. Border Patrol Agent Jesus E. Hinojosa Jr. President, Border Patrol Agent Demarius Carrasco, 13 years of service. Border Patrol Agent Ricardo Eslava Jr. Joining Agent Eslava on stage is his father, Border Patrol Agent Ricardo Eslava, 15 years of service. Border Patrol Aaron S. Johnson. Supervisor Border Patrol Agent Nathaniel A. Martinez, 14 years of service. Border Patrol Agent Luis E. Medina. Joining Agent Medina on stage is his cousin, Border Patrol Agent Joshua Cifuentes, 14 years of service. Jose Mojica, 18 years of service. Joining AJ Quintet on stage is his mentor, Border Treasurer Arturo Salas, 2 years of service. Border Patrol Agent Christopher A. Ramos. Joining Agent Shigransky on stage is his brother, Customs and Border Protection Officer Daniel Shigransky, 3 years of service. Border Patrol Agent Ryan M. Turnell. Eddie Castro Perdomo, 2 years of service.
Graduates, please stand and prepare for the oath of office.
Y'all ready? Yes, sir. Let's rock and roll. I state your name. Do solemnly swear. Do solemnly swear. That I will support and defend. That I will support and defend. The Constitution of the United States. The Constitution of the United States. Against all enemies. Against all enemies. Foreign and domestic. Foreign and domestic. That I will bear true faith. That I will bear true faith. And allegiance to the same. And allegiance to the same. That I take this obligation freely. That I take this obligation freely. Without any mental reservation. Without any mental reservation. Or purpose of evasion. Or purpose of evasion. And that I will well. And that I will well. And that I will well. And faithfully discharge. And faithfully discharge. The duties of the office. The duties of the office. On which I am about to enter. On which I am about to enter. So help me God. So help me God.
In closing, Mr. President.
From my family and my new family bringing it.
In closing, I want to thank the family, friends, and newly engaged, and visitors for joining in the celebration of this session's achievement.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand. Honor guard, entire close. Forward, bump.
Freeze it.